The skin whitening industry loves to see a brown Filipina hate herself.
It whitens, brighter and smoother.
Why? Because they make money. For Filipinos, we grow up being told to stay out of the sun so we don't get too dark. Because dark meant ugly, and white, that meant beauty, privilege, and power. And that's not just a Filipino ideal. This obsession with whiteness dates back to ancient times, like literally the Egyptians, Romans, and Greeks, and also includes China and Japan. So while colonization absolutely reinforced the idea that lighter skin is better, this is a tale as old as time. And while in 1920s America, the connection between light skin and class became less relevant since tanning became cool to rich white people, skin whitening continued and still continues to be popular amongst people of color, including Filipinos. So much so that women of color, especially in Asia, make up the most profitable segment of the global skin whitening market, now valued at around $15 billion. And this isn't unique to just skincare. If you zoom out to the entire beauty industry, you'll see the same patterns. Body shaming fuels the weight loss industry, fashion profits off exclusion, especially in sizing, and hair care makes money off changing your natural texture, color, and volume. It's a system that makes the most money as long as it can convince you that you're ugly. And it's so ingrained in us that even our families unknowingly participate as salespeople for these standards. So what is the playbook that makes a business so profitable by exploiting Filipino insecurity? Is this an ethical business practice? And is there actually an alternative that redefines a new standard of beauty? I'm Leo Albea, and this is One Down, where we redefine Filipino.
Oh, too dark. More lights!
One of the best ways to profit isn't by solving a problem, it's by creating the problem and then selling the fix. Skin whitening sells itself as the answer to how you're treated for being dark-skinned. You were rejected or overlooked, it's probably because you're dark. But don't worry, this skin whitening product can help. That's the scam. And when you buy it, you're buying into the idea that you were never enough to begin with.
With the world's most beautiful girls for the Miss Universe contest.
Beauty pageants like Miss Universe Philippines are framed as celebrations of Filipina beauty, but look closer and they reveal two things: a narrow standard and a profitable business. First, the standard. For decades, pageants have favored one look: fair-skinned, sharp-nosed, mestiza. This isn't coincidence, but rather a legacy of colonialism, where Eurocentric features were labeled beautiful and dark-skinned indigenous traits were erased.
I'm indigenous, like my mom is Igorot. One of my mom's co-workers who's also Filipino. I remember she went on vacation to Spain. When she came back, she told my mom, knowing that she married a black man and has a black child, she told my mom like, "Oh my God, everyone in Spain is so beautiful. There's no black people." And my mom was like, and it was crazy because she was so casual about it. Like my mom was supposed to agree with her or something. And I think that just speaks to how ingrained it is in the culture that you could just say something like that.
And when that becomes the definition of Filipina beauty, it reinforces colorism and leaves anyone who doesn't fit that mold feeling less than.
I started to feel even worse when I would watch the Miss Universe pageants on television every year. And I started to notice this pattern that the Philippines had to send contestants who were half white and half Filipino, and they all had fair skin. And obviously these women are intelligent and gorgeous, but that made me think, why could I never see myself in these women? If these women were supposed to be the embodiments of beauty and grace and what it truly meant to be the ideal Filipino woman, then why didn't I look like them?
Second, the business. Pageants don't just crown winners, they sell an image. And that image fuels industries, from beauty brands to tourism, that commodify Filipina women. During the Marcos era, international pageants like Queen of the Pacific, which Filipina Nelia Sancho won in 1971, were used to promote the Philippines as a destination of beauty and leisure. These titles help sell the country's image abroad, encouraging tourists to visit the Philippines for its beautiful women and luxury escapes. But behind that image was an economic strategy, with various indicators revealing a direct correlation between the growth in prostitution throughout Manila and the rise in international tourism. Nelia Sancho, the beauty queen turned activist, called this out.
Magazines like this, which is published in Japan, and puts in pictures of Filipinas in the nude or doing acts with foreign tourists. These are the things that serve as come-ons for the tourists to come to the Philippines.
She left pageantry and co-founded the women's rights group Gabriela, fighting for the rights of Filipinas whose labor and image were being commodified to fuel the country's economy. So when we see a whitening soap endorsed by a beauty queen or a tourism campaign fronted by a mestiza face, it's not just about beauty, it's about profit. Skin whitening has been made affordable for almost anyone, from 68 pesos kojic acid soaps in sari-sari stores to 10,000 pesos glutathione drips at premium clinics. The industry has designed a pricing ladder that meets every income level and insecurity. But making it accessible doesn't make it safe. Many whitening products in the Philippines have been found to contain harmful chemicals like mercury and hydroquinone, banned in other countries for their dangerous health effects. And procedures like injectable glutathione, though popular, are unregulated and carry serious health risks. This is how the market grows, by making the solution easy to buy, while hiding the dangers behind a promise of beauty. So what's the alternative? Is there actually a one-for-one alternative for the beauty industry as we know it? There are frameworks that both consumers and founders can follow to ethically build and support a business that is rooted in celebrating true Filipina beauty. Yes, it's possible to build a profitable brand on a foundation of inclusion, fair labor, cruelty-free practices, and sustainability. And that's why we're building our new course, Mastering the Filipino-American Market. It's the first course that combines Filipino studies with real business case studies to help you grow in Q4 and beyond. It's built for Filipino entrepreneurs who already have a product or service and are ready to scale during Filipino-American History Month and beyond. I'm co-teaching with Dr. Robin Rodriguez, an internationally recognized leading scholar of Filipino studies. You'll learn how to maximize your marketing towards the Filipino-American market through viral organic content and paid media that actually scales, all grounded in an academic lens that explains why it works. Learn more at buildfilipino.com/course. But it also takes a community willing to learn and to demand better. For Filipino consumers, that means asking better questions. Look for brands that are transparent about their ingredients, labor, and sourcing. Learn what different certifications actually mean, and be cautious. In the beauty industry, it's easy to slap on a green label or a catchy buzzword and call it ethical without doing the real work. And ultimately, consider that how you talk to yourself every day will also be a reflection on how you talk to others and even the generation to come after us. We do have the potential to redefine Filipino beauty.
Just comments online saying that like, I'm too dark. And you know, I'm always at the beach. I love surfing, I love swimming, I just love hanging out under the sun. It makes me Nadine, and I'm proud to be Filipino. In some places, for other nationalities, they want the skin that we have.
Correct.
They like the features that we have. I really think it's just like wanting to have something that you don't have, or liking something that you don't oftenly see. It all boils down to just, you know, us learning to accept what it is that we have.
And as cheesy as it sounds, it starts with you, me, and all of us collectively actually agreeing that Filipinos were born perfect, aka we don't have to change a thing. If you like this video and you're building something for our community, you'll want to check out our new course, Mastering the Filipino-American Market. You'll learn how to reach Filipino Americans through identity-driven content and campaigns that scale without selling out your values. Learn more at buildfilipino.com/course. And if you believe in the work we're doing, subscribe to our channel and leave us a comment with your thoughts. Salamat, and we'll see you in the next video.